Hey guys, it's Shan Crawford, Life Transformation Coach, and this video is specifically for my life coaching with lupus group members. This group is for lupus fighters, survivors, warriors that are wanting to reshape and transform their lives. So I'm gearing this video towards that, and we're going to talk about when you feel tired of feeling limited, what you can do, what I did that might be able to help you so that you can take some good gems from this video and hopefully take some action in your own life so that you can stop feeling so limited. And I know that a lot of you guys have gotten like spammy recommendations to try like herbs or a doctor or healing sessions, and it kind of leaves you feeling discouraged sometimes by all of these unimpressive results. And that is why I teach and I coach surrounding where your lupus is now, provided that you don't go into remission, or provided that you don't have like a specific doctor or medicine that is helping you to get better. I want you to be able to shift your life and reshape it surrounding how things are now, because we are not sure how long it's going to take for you to find a medicine that might work for you. We're not sure, what methods that might have worked for someone else and it doesn't work for you. How long it may be before you find something that does work for you and that's helpful. So I try to do things to be helpful to you as you are now, so that you can still live a quality life and you can still do the things that you desire to do, just in a different way. So when we plan things in this group in collaboration, we plan things with what we're already dealing with no sell on medicines or doctors who can heal you. So while I wish on everybody that healing takes place, there are many of us who have tried so many things to help our lupus to no avail. So that's why I teach coaching surrounding lupus at your current state. But I provide a new perspective on how to live your life with the current conditions you have. So the way I did this for myself included, one, finding a passion outside of the traditional path. So for me, that was life coaching. I was already working in mental health for so many years before that, and I realized that I love to see the transformation in people coming in with, the lights sort of off in a dark place and walking out, of course, after therapy or taking medicine, with the lights on and feeling hopeful about life again. And that's what I really wanted to help people with, but I didn't want to work specifically in like the depressed or mental health diagnosis categories. I just wanted to work with normal people who might be dealing with depression or who might be dealing with challenges like lupus that make it difficult to feel hopeful about life and to feel like you're having a good quality of life. And so that's what I work with my clients for and about. And when I crafted out this life coaching path, I had to find a way to make the path work for me based on what my lupus needs are. So for me, extreme fatigue is one of the major and the main symptoms that I have. So I have to rest for days if I overextend myself, and I have to try my best to rest before things come up so that I can attend them, or whatever the case may be. So I decided that I had to create a flexible work schedule where I can rest if things were to get hectic or crazy or chaotic. I would have the ability to rest, and I would have the time to do that, and working for myself was going to allow me to do that, because of course, you know, when you work for another person or you work for a company, they're expecting you not to call out and not to have sick days. And when you work for yourself, of course, you can have that whenever you want. So that's how I decided that I was going to do that for myself. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be someone that works for yourself, but there definitely are options when it comes to finding work, finding a flexible schedule, finding a way that you can make things work for you and with you, so that you can make life easier on yourself. And that's whatever the case may be. It might be pain for you instead of fatigue. For some people, for everyone it's different. But I was giving you the example for me, what mine was, because that is what I deal with mostly. So exploring different options, giving myself time to figure out a new path for myself, and doing that allowed me to increase my energy, because when you're doing something that you love, when you're doing something that you're passionate about, it gives you energy instead of drains it from you. It improved my quality of life. I wake up, I'm excited to do what I love to do. And it lifted my depression. This is something that I talked about in therapy as well. Like, I remember I had a period of time where I felt like I was a failure and I fell into depression. And I remember my therapist was like, well, why aren't you doing the life coaching anymore? And I told her that I didn't feel like I should be coaching anyone if I'm feeling in a depressed state, and that it wouldn't be ethical. And she said that you don't necessarily have to be teaching people how to come out of depression. It could be clients that are just learning to take the next step ahead of them, and you can be depressed and teach that and not have it interfere with your morals and values, or it be an ethical thing. And I thought, yeah, maybe I should try that. And as soon as I started to get back to life coaching, my depression lifted like that. So I strongly believe when you're doing something that you really love to do and you're devoting time to it, that it lifts your spirits, it lifts your quality of life, and it lifts your energy levels. But also, with me crafting this lifestyle for myself, I was also able to free up time to travel, to make up time with my loved ones, to rest, like I said. So I came up with a way to help other Luppies on creating the same result for themselves, so that they could reach fulfillment, that could experience happiness in their own life, and they can have time for their friends and family. But you don't have to follow the exact path that I followed. You can create a path that works for you with guidance if you need it. You can really carve out your own path. I'll give you some examples of some of the clients that I've worked with that have carved out a path for themselves. I had a client that taught and wanted to go back to teaching, and was able to find a flexible program online that allowed them to teach on their own schedule. They were able to say how many hours they wanted to work per week, and they were able to set up what hours they wanted to work during the week so they could have time to rest in between. I also had a client who couldn't write because of joint and finger pain, but we coached through it, and we came up with the solution of having dictation on her computer to allow her to write. So she would talk into the computer and it would write out the things. So she got back to writing, and all these years she's been sitting idle and been depressed because she wasn't able to do what she loved to do. And then when we suggested doing that, she was able to get back to writing, wants to write a book now, is working on writing so many different creative things, and you can tell that her spirit is so much different. It's lifted. She has better quality of life. She's doing something that she loves. So that's another example. Another example, someone has written 4 books and made money off of book sales due to her belief in her ability to pivot and make her dreams happen despite her lupus challenges. And then another client was indulging in her hobbies of creating art, and we coached on selling her art for money to help her out while she was working on getting disability. So if the possibility of making your dreams happen for you resonates with you, we really should talk. I'll put the link for an in-depth discussion in the description, or you can comment or DM me and we can take it from there. I'll reach out to you from there. Of course, you can reach me on all platforms at Beauty of Growth, and I would love to help you reach your dreams. That is what I'm here for. I'm here to push you and to challenge you to be your best self despite dealing with your lupus. And if that's something that you want to do, then we should work together. Okay, so thanks for listening to this video, and I hope you were able to get some good gems out of there and to consider and think about recrafting and reshaping your life for yourself, so that you can start to get back to doing the things that you love to do, and you can start loving your life again despite what you're dealing with your lupus. And it would just be a bonus if you were able to find a cure, go into remission, or find medicine or a doctor that really helps your lupus in any way that they can. So again, thank you for being here, and I will see you in another video, hopefully.